Won't hurt, right?
So it was a good night.
Underneath your flame, cut the cords around me as I speak your name. It's never gonna be the same. Even though I loved you, it was all in vain. And now I gotta break away. Put me in the water, tell me I'm renamed. High yourself reclaimed. I choose me, I choose.
Good morning, folks. Today we are speaking with Senara Athukorala, a trailblazer in the tech industry and an inspiration to many young entrepreneurs. Senara, can you tell us a bit about your journey and what drives you?
So my journey was a mix of hard work, passion, and a ton of challenges, I should say. Coming from a separated family, I learned it on my own to be independent and resilient. My parents' separation was really tough on me, but it did push me a lot to get things done on my own.
And what about now? What keeps you motivated now?
Now what keeps me motivated is to create something meaningful to the younger generation of Sri Lanka, especially young women entrepreneurs. I mean, there can be setbacks, a lot of it, but it's about how you rise up from it that defines your journey.
That's certainly impressive, given your demanding career and the challenges you've obviously faced. How do you find balance and define happiness in your life?
Well, actually, it's an ongoing journey. You know, my career demands a lot of time and energy, and there can be times where it can get super overwhelming, you know. So recently, I had a breakup and it was really, really tough. I hope you can totally relate.
Oh, for sure.
So, striking a balance between my work and life means creating and nurturing proper relationships, having time for myself, having fun, distracting myself a little, you know. So it's about learning from my own experiences, my own setbacks, just like my previous breakup.
End of a relationship is definitely tough. We all know that.
I know.
Senara, what's your take on loving someone?
Love. Okay.
Why do you have someone in your life right now?
Well, I'm not sure about one, but I might have multiple.
Oh, you mean like that?
Yes, like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure I haven't found love yet, but I might have a lot of distractions.
Come on, Sanara, you need this. Just have some fun tonight.
Okay. I mean, one night of fun won't hurt, right?
I mean, exactly. One night of fun won't hurt, right?
It won't. So this was just right after my breakup, right? My friends convinced me to go out, dance a little bit, you know. I mean, given all the shit I went through after my breakup, why not, right?
You deserve it.
I know, right? So I just went out, had some fun, danced a little bit, and you know where it got me.
that sounds fun. Well, what did you feel with the guy?
So, I felt liberating for the first time in a long time.
I can imagine.
I know, right? And I was not thinking about my ex at all. I was living in the moment and just enjoying myself. So it was a good night.
If you don't mind me asking, did you have a good time?
Oh, girl, I had a really good time. So it was my first time experiencing a hookup and it felt like a breath of fresh air. I found a way to connect without having to commit, and that's exactly what I needed at the moment.
So, it was a one-time thing?
Well, yeah, you can say it like that.
Uh-huh.
And that is, you got it right? Yeah.
So, how would you say that that experience shaped your perspective on relationships and your personal life?
Well, to be honest, it made me cautious, but also more rebellious, you know. I certainly wanted to avoid commitment, but I always wanted to stay in control. So I found this as a way to maintain a balance between making connections and also having my own independence.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I can't escape. The water's falling. I'm losing faith when heaven's calling. Love's gone, but
My independence is also influenced by my mom. She had to raise me all on her own, and I'm sure as hell it did have an impact on how I perceive relationships.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in a relationship with you. What part of it do you understand? I'm leaving and don't bother me.
I mean, I had a lot of situations where I had to cut people off, and at the same time, it was super difficult for me to let new people in, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty hard. So these hookups, they seemed like the perfect way for me to connect with people
Yeah.
with no strings attached basis. So this was like my own way to avoid myself from getting further heartbreaks.
I can't escape. The water's falling. I'm losing.
Did you find it difficult to balance your personal desires with your professional ambitions?
Yes, it's a constant tug of war. On one hand, I want to create amazing relationships, but on the other hand, I'm very vulnerable.
That must be scary.
I know, and I don't want to lose control again.
Like you.
Because every night out becomes a test of boundaries to see how close a person can get to me. It's thrilling, but it's frightening at the same time.
For sure.
Heavenly bodies, please save me, I'm falling. I wanna be somewhere far.
How do you think these experiences have shaped your view on vulnerability and human connections?
So they made me realize that I crave relationships, human connections, but at the same time, I'm so scared.
You fear it.
I fear it. I want to be heard, I want to be seen, but I don't want to get hurt.
That's a dilemma.
that's a dilemma that makes me scared to open up. And yes, as you said, it's a dilemma I struggle with constantly.
Senara, your leadership skills are very evident. I'm sure your followers would agree. How did this rebellious nature of yours influence your decision to start your own company?
Alright guys, so let's call it a day and wrap this meeting up. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you guys next week. Okay? Alright. Thank you. Being rebellious has been in me since I was a child. It was always a part of who I was. Right. So, since my parents separated, I had to rely on my own, and starting my own company was a form of channeling that rebellious energy into something really constructive. So I think it paid off very well.
Sure.
Hey, Senara.
Hi!
Great presentation as always.
Thank you so much, Daniel. So, by the way, how's that new project we started last week? How's that going?
It's going well. Actually, I was wondering if you would like to discuss some ideas over here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, dinner. Okay. Yeah, why not? So, yeah, here's my contact card. So, do text me.
Has this lifestyle always brought you positive experiences?
Well, nope. I have had pretty bad experiences myself. Well, there were times where people try to cross the boundaries I have set for myself. It sucks sometimes. Trust me when I tell you that.
Yeah, you do meet different types of people.
I know, very different.
Wanna be the escape, see the violet flame through my eyes.
We talked about a lot of your experiences today. With all of that, what advice would you have to give to others navigating similar experiences?
Well, I would say don't be afraid to seek connections, but do set yourself boundaries.
Balance is key.
Balance is key, yes. And it's okay to let your guard down once in a while when it's the right time, you know.
Yeah.
Well, but that's not always easy. There's a part of me that seeks deeper connections, but then again, on the other hand, I'm really scared of the vulnerability that comes with it.
That's fair.
It is.
I wanna pull my heart out.
I really admire what you achieved, Senara. Thank you for today.
No worries.
Do you think that this lifestyle has affected your ability to find long-term happiness? That's a bit of a question.
It is. Can we take a break?
Okay, cut.
Oh, we can't smoke
Yo, we
here,
can't
no?
smoke here.
Oh, we can't smoke here. Well, it's hard to say, you know. Sometimes I feel so in control and empowered. But on the other hand, I feel like I'm missing out on something deep and very fulfilling.
Wanna pluck your petals first bloom.
I mean, it's a trade-off. I've kept myself away from the pain of commitment, but at the same time, I've kept myself away from the joy that comes with it. Well, it's something that I'm still struggling with.
Yeah, it is. It's a struggle for sure.
And swallow me into your red room.
I'm sure this is not easy to navigate. So, how do you cope with this constant internal conflict?
Well, I try to focus on things that I can control, things like my work, things I enjoy. But I shouldn't lie, there are moments, especially at night, when I feel lonely. That's when it hits the hardest.
ever see yourself breaking down these walls and allowing someone into your life completely and fully?
Well, I want to, but it's easier said than done, isn't
Definitely.
it? Well, trust once broken is very hard to rebuild. So maybe one day. But for now, I just want to find my balance.
Nothing wrong with that.
So for anyone who's currently undergoing a period of fear or uncertainty, I would say you're not alone. There's so many of us who are just like you who are going through the same thing. You know, take time to understand yourself. Do understand what you like, what you dislike. Do take yourself out on solo dates. Because happiness is not found in perfection. It's found in embracing your imperfections. So be responsible enough to make informed and wise choices. And let's face this normal yet confusing side of life together.
We're falling out of time, searching through the night. We're breaking through the light, fighting for
And there you have it, folks. That's Senara Athukorala for you. Thanks, Senara, for joining us today. Thank you so much for finding the time. I'm sure you have a very hectic schedule. Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you again in another episode, maybe.
Definitely. Thank you. I had fun. This was really nice.
Thanks. Okay.
Okay, folks, that's a cut. That's a wrap on the production today. Thank you very much, Senara. Thank you very much.